Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play Mario and Luigi Dream Team. In the last episode, we entered the dream world of Neo Bowser Castle, chased down Kamek. We got a new Luiginary ability, which I have now since learned is called Luiginary Anti-Gravity, which I still like Luiginary Galaxy better, but you know, anti-gravity, it's not terrible. We can kind of like fly around, it's kind of cool. We can go like, whoa, I can fly, and it's a thing. But anyway, we gotta fight Kamek, and that's the most important thing. So we're going to go through this door, and I kind of spoiled what's gonna happen actually, because I guess it wasn't explicitly say that we're going to fight Kamek, but we're gonna fight Kamek. That's what we're gonna do. So hey, Mr. Wizard, I see you're a wizard. I'm going to punch you in the face because you use magic. I use my boots. Boot to the face. Who throws a shoe? References that probably people won't even get. But if you do, hey, thumbs up to you for being knowledgeable about my stupid jokes. Anyway, Kamek, he uses his wizard powers to make clones of him. Keep track of which one the real one is, though. However, the real one's also going to be the one that goes last. He'll shoot his magic, and then the one that's real will be the one that dips under, which is the one that you should jump over, or preferably jump on. And then if you still don't know where he is, he kind of does his little, he cackles, and that's the real one. Of course, it is worth noting that Kamek is a flying type enemy, and therefore it is perhaps not in your best interest to use hammer moves like this. So, I'm just giving Kamek a chance to kind of do his stuff here, show off his moves. He was up here, right? I actually am not paying attention. Yeah, see, I am paying attention. I don't know what you're talking about. So, that's one thing that Kamek can do. The other thing is if you hit the wrong Kamek, another thing you don't want to do, obviously it is not going to take any damage because that's a fake one. The real one's actually going to take a bunch of damage here, which is cool and all. But, once he does take... Okay, yeah. Basically, he poofs and the clones will heal him, basically, and he'll make more clones. So really... If you miss, he's just going to heal himself a bunch and you will kind of waste time, so he's going to be at the bottom. So just keep track of where the real Kamek is, and that way you don't have to see which one he is, because it's going to be with the real Kamek every time is the one that goes down, so that's really all you need to know. Anyway, we've let Kamek live long enough, I think, so let's go ahead and explodiate him! Now, hammer is a good one, however, when he's in the back row, it's actually fairly hard to hit him with hammers. This is a rare opportunity where I actually prefer using stack for my single target damage, so a very unique situation, perhaps, where stack actually is used again. I know, remember this move? It's a move we got a long time ago and then kind of proceed to never use once we got hammer, because hammer is just amazing single target damage, which ultimately in an RPG, single target damage is usually what matters the most. But that's okay, because boop, we're still gonna boop him in the head. When he's not in the back, just because the hammer targets everyone, but Mario will actually launch his hammer before he can get far enough back to hit him with the Luiginary hammer. So it actually ends up being not very good. Anyway, once you hit him, he'll actually go back onto the ground, and now he will be able to get hit by hammer sorts of attacks. He'll also do this thing where he sends symbols at you. Memorize this, because it's going to be important. Circles always down, squares always up. There's also other symbols that'll be for right and left, but we'll get into that later. But the most important things are circle is always down, squares also up. How are you supposed to know that the first time? I'm not entirely sure, but that's a thing you need to know. And once we've kind of explained that, we actually kind of have explained everything that has to do with this fight. It's relatively basic. I mean, it's not supposed to be like a major boss fight right now, and you'll see why. But it's a relatively simple fight. He doesn't have that much health as well, so especially at the lower defense, we're probably going to just utterly destroy him right now. Hammer! 386, it's not terrible. I mean, it does do more damage than stack, like I said. It's because it front loads all of its damage into one attack. Anyway, oh, here we go. So, the other symbols. The right side triangle is right, and I went left because I was confused. So the upside down triangle is left, the right side up triangle is right. So circles down, squares up, triangles right, upside down triangles left. Keep that in mind because that's going to be pretty much what's going to happen all throughout the fight. Now, of course, Luigi's hammer does hit flying foes, which is, I guess, a bit bizarre for a move that's about the hammer to not care about things being flying or not, but we can basically just, especially because he has no clones that are blocking the way, we can just use hammer and bop him in the face, and that's precisely what we're going to do, and he's actually probably going to be dead. Maybe not this attack, I think next attack I'm going to say he'll probably be dead, because he is feeling the burr. Look how quickly we charged the defense down now. It's pretty ridiculous, actually. Okay, now he's going to do one more round of the shapes. For now, he does it relatively, it's relatively simple for now. But things that I can't talk about right now, but I will be able to talk about in a few minutes, probably actually a minute, because we're about to just hammer this guy in the face, and I actually do think that's going to finish him off. So, starting this episode off with a boss, but for once not having the boss be the entire episode because it's a relatively quick boss. Unless I'm just wrong and an idiot, and this does take actually forever, in which case, I lied. But it wouldn't be the first time. Are you done, Kamek? You're kind of pathetic. Can you just not? There we go. He just kind of leaves. He's just like, screw you guys. I'm leaving. Get out of here. So, Kamek basically just runs away. This is the first time we fought Kamek, but it's not going to be the only time. We haven't defeated him yet. We've undone the curse on this part of Neo Bowser Castle, but it's not going to be necessarily the only time. So while we've done the Kamek boss, this is just intro to Kamek boss mechanics. Every time we fight him, the mechanics are going to get a little bit more complicated. As you can imagine, I mean, the symbol thing alone obviously has room for a lot more complication, mixing a lot more symbols, doing more than 3 symbols, etc., etc. So, consider that this is just an introduction of things to come. There is a lot more to do, but for now, our first foray into the Neo Bowser Castle Dream World has been successful, and we can actually move forward, and move forward we shall in this episode. It'll be good times. We'll actually work towards getting that final, the final Luigi, the final bro attack. That's the words. The final attack pieces, basically. And that's actually going to be attack, by the way. Once again, Mad Skillathon will be a thing we'll have to do. So we'll actually be taking a break to Mad Skillathon at some point. Won't be this episode, because I don't think we're going to get all the pieces quite yet, but we're going to get a few more of them along the way. So, I mean, we're only like 6-7 minutes in the video, so we have plenty of things to go. But yeah, as you can see, all the symbols are gone, all the pathways are no longer, you know, crazy, so you can go through this pathway and actually end up where you should be on the map. So, the pathways are all unshimmied, and we can now move forward and see what lies beyond, finally. Very exciting. Let's hit this question mark block. Get 100 coins, because Bowser just has money in his castle for some reason. Why is there just question mark blocks of money everywhere in his castle? Why? Doesn't quite. I know, I don't want to go in there. There's a thing over to the left, and I want to go to the thing to the left, and now we're going to be stuck in a cutscene, and I'll have to remember to go back and go to the thing to the left. Stupid left things. Gosh darn you, Rihanna. That's a joke that I usually don't. That's the kind of joke I usually don't make pop culture references. Ha! I live in a pineapple under the sea. I don't really know much about pop culture. So, they know that we're here, but they aren't so concerned, even though they should be, because how many times have we stopped you, Bowser? Now you probably should be a little bit more concerned about the people who usually stop you, coming to stop you in your castle, which they usually do every single video game, but I guess he just doesn't care. And Tazma, sure, he can get away with it, because he's new to these parts of town. He doesn't know anything about Mario and Luigi and how they just literally kick everyone's butt, despite the fact they're basically 2 relatively ordinary Italian plumbers. But hey, so they need more sleep energy, but Bowser's nightmares, Bowser is a nightmare. Bowser's dreams are full of nightmarish dark energy, and he is a perfect source of apparently really potent evil dream energy. So Bowser's gonna be taking a nappy nap. And we probably should stop from taking that nappy nap, because that nappy nap's going to cause us some problems. But unfortunately, we're pretty far away from stopping his nappy nap, so we're going to head back down here and go to the left, Everything I want is in a box to the left, except it's not in a box, it's in a dirt pile. It's actually just a couple beans. What is with me today? I am making, like, rapid fire stupid right now. It's fantastic. It is what I do. Lots of stupid. People seem to like it. So there's a save point here. It's cool and all, but we're only 9 minutes in the episode, so it'd be relatively stupid to do a save point. Now, there is, of course, more enemies for us to fight, and by fight, I mean pretty much avoid. We're also going to go over here. This looks like an arrow, by the way. As far as I could tell, and I tried everything I could think of, the arrow doesn't mean anything. It's just kind of a thing. Even though it looks like an arrow, and it makes me want to think, oh, I should have done the thing. I guess if I mean, technically if you dig under here, would I be like digging into lava? It's like directly right here. Okay, I guess it just squishes me, doesn't it? Okay, well, they thought of everything. Because if you're like, okay, I'm just gonna fly over to the left. There's nothing there but just raw, unadulterated death. Which is really not what I was looking for. We got a max nut, though. Maximum nuttiness. That could be like the tagline to my life. Hi, you. I hate these guys because their spin is like, has a really wide hitbox and they're really hard to avoid combat with. And frankly, I don't need to fight people right now. I feel pretty confident in my strength. I mean, we just destroyed Kamek without even breaking a sweat, so I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm pretty sure we can't, like, yeah, that's like actually high up and stuff. Actually, no, we can't get that one for a while for reasons that you will see eventually, but not today. Okay, so we're just gonna slowly mosey along here. Because bombs are a thing. If you hit the bombs, you explode. If you explode, you go back to where you started. So if I'm like, whoa, I'm suicidal, and explode myself here, you end up back where you started. Is there actually anything over here? I could like land on the pretty little thing. No, I can't because the game's like, no. Well, I tried out of curiosity. Anyway, this is actually a fairly difficult section, the fact that to go against the bomb flow. And there's, basically, it all just comes down to timing. Because the bombs will eventually, they have like little spurts where there's no bombs. You have to kind of take advantage of those little spurts to just run for it. So you kind of just go out, okay, there's a bomb, go back in, go out, is there a bomb? No. Then go to the next save point. Wait for the next slew of bombs. I think it's usually 2 or 3. So just wait for the little break in the bomb attack and you can go. Of course, if you actually get hit, you'll just go back to whatever safe zone you were before. So at least you don't have to start the whole thing over again, I believe. So 'tis a nice boon, perhaps, but that's... Yeah, we took care of it. We can't go over this way yet, so we can't get that attack piece. We're actually not going to be able to get that attack piece for a while, like I mentioned, because we head over here, and guess who's back? Back again. We just fought him, but nope. Back to wizardry, because he's going to do the same thing that he did before, and he's going to shimmy-shammy all the rooms. And thus, we have to go ahead and find a way to get to the dream world again and fight him again. Luckily, for some reason, the second time is actually a lot more simple than the first time, so, it's actually not nearly as difficult to get to Kamek, which is a little weird. Well, we actually should be able to get through it in the rest of this episode, especially because we're not really fighting anything, except we are going to fight something. Spoilers, you'll see. A cage is in our way, but we can't get to that switch by ourselves, so maybe we can drop something. But how do we, looks like there's a track of some sort over there. I don't know why there's a track leading to a button. Seems like a bit of a strange, design idea, but hey, whatever floats your boat, I suppose. So there's a square over there. Is there another square anywhere? It doesn't really look like it. I think that square just might be a dead end or something. Oh, by the way, there's a pipe here, so if we want to like go back home or something, we can now, because we can get this button over here and then boop! Shortcut back to the very beginning. As you can see, you know, the mushroom hut's down there. We can go get a Pilati. Actually, you know what, do we need? Do we want a Pilati? Do we actually want a Pilati? Too lazy to get a Pilati. I can't be bothered for Luigi's health. It's just Luigi. He can handle it. He's a big boy. He doesn't need to worry about that kind of stuff. Alright, so we head over this way, and as you can imagine, it's not going to be as relatively easy, but we are going to have a... Well, first of all, there's giant bombs again, and for some reason the track is a thing for bombs. It's a bit strange, but we can't really get over there. We can't, like, dig under there. This is just you'll get bopped like this. So, there is a new enemy, though. Can we just fly around here? No, they have a gate there. They're smarter than that, the game developers. They wouldn't let me do that. There is a new enemy, though, and that means a new no-hitter challenge, and that means that we're going to do the no-hitter challenge. Meet the Chomp and the Chomp guy. They are pretty much one and the same enemy. They don't count as two separate enemies, even though they're a walker guy. Even though they're two different things here, they only count as one enemy, I believe. Get to the very bottom. Look at this. We're already on the very bottom page here. Well, not really page, but the bottom of our scroll bar, basically. That's how close we are. So yeah, they're one and the same enemy, but they are interesting foes. We're gonna target I recommend targeting the walker guy first. Oops, I suck. I recommend targeting the walker guy first, but I'm gonna target the Chomp for reasons. Hi. Okay, I gotta focus here, make sure I don't take damage here, because this one's a little tricky. What you want to do is you want to see if the walker guy is being dragged or not, because he'll wait a little bit if he's being dragged. Or if he's not being dragged, he'll slow the Chomp down a little bit. Otherwise, he'll just keep going. As you can imagine, though, the walker guy takes a lot of damage during that, and he likely dies. So it's actually fairly hard to get to a point where the walker guy survives and the Chomp doesn't, which the Chomp is a bit easier to handle when... Oh god, I screwed up. I mistimed that pretty poorly because I was not prepared for, I was not paying attention. See, it's a lot easier when you have the walker guy, though, because the walker guy won't slow down. It'll always go at the same pace, and there is another attack that the Chomp has that it hasn't shown off. It'll do that attack, and it'll be pretty cool. I'm trying to kill the Chomp first, though, because there's actually kind of something unique that the Chomp does. If a Chomp is alive, it will go kill its friend, apparently. If a Chomp doesn't have a walker guy... Okay, let's take a second to explain. If a Chomp won't have a walker guy, it can also have a second attack, which is that, where it heads up and then attacks a random thing. Could be an enemy, could be you. If it's you, you hammer it back. It'll do it a few times until it either hits you, targets an enemy, or you hit it 3 times. So it'll basically just target random enemies. It's really nice, though, to keep a chain chomp without a walker guy, because often he'll actually hit the enemies, and that's actually extremely helpful in one certain case in the future that, well, there's a little trick I can do that I can show you. Now, you can see the walker guy in between turns, he actually goes out to the background, and he seems to be looking for something. That you'll see. You shall see. I won't spoil anything past that, but there's a reason that he does that, unless he gets killed right now, which is very possible. Okay, well, basically what happens is the walker guy goes back there, and half the time he fails, and half the time he'll go further into the background and grab another chain chomp, and you'll have a whole new chain chomp to fight. So that's another reason why you really ought to fight the walker guys first, and they die fairly quickly, though, because all of the chain chomp's attacks pretty much destroy the walker guys. There is an attack we haven't seen yet, and we haven't really seen much of the random attack because he's been attacking enemies only. But that's the chain chomp for you. We'll speed up any other fight in the future, and we will get the no-hitter challenge. I'm a little sad I screwed that up. It's a bit tricky to time, especially when you're talking, which is something I do because this is a YouTube channel where I talk. It's a thing. This apparently is also a path that isn't... Yeah, okay. Well, actually, this is the way we're supposed to go. So we're not going to go that way quite yet. We're actually going to head up this way first because I'm curious what's up here. It's been a while since I've actually practiced this, so I might be a smidgen rusty for this section. No, okay, this one's the one that doesn't really do much because... There we go. Okay, well, there's a pathway there for starters. That's, so that one will lead us over to that side, which is kind of where we want to... Actually, is there anywhere else we even want to go besides that? Because we got up here, and it's just, well, we're back to, you know... We're back here where we started, so this path actually just leads us nowhere. So I guess we just head left, and I forget exactly how this works, but I remember it's super, like, simple and surprisingly not complicated, which is almost kind of a little weird. But if that's how they want to do the thing. Oh, Antasma, I don't want to fight you. I want to fight you, though. I'll fight you. Me and you, 1v1, no-hitter challenge, go. Although first, I do want to make sure I don't overwrite my things, and I'm going to go ahead and put on one of these again, because I like these ones. Okay, so I'll basically kill the walker guy first, because it makes our life easier. Do your other attack, though, so I don't have to speed things up. That's not your other attack. Okay, let me speed up until they do an attack that's relevant. Oh my goodness, do the other attack! You're so rude! Anyway, something to note while I'm here is that once the walker guy is gone, this guy will just kind of keep stomping around, but he never has a guy to hold him back, so it becomes a lot easier because of it. So just make sure you just time your jumps, and it's a fairly easy attack now. The only other thing is to make sure we dodge the chain chomp random attacks now, which are not too terrible, but you just have to be a bit careful. And should be smooth sailing from here. I'm just surprised we haven't seen the other attack yet, so I'll have to fight another walker guy chain chomp combo at some point. Attack your friend! Kill your friend, no! Okay, well that's what happens if you attack, that's what happens if he tries to attack you. You just bop him away, and then you wait for him to murder his friend, and all is well with the world, and we can go boop, and then boop, and kill this guy. And you know what? I want to make sure we get the no-hitter challenge, so let's just go ahead and explodiate this guy with a jetboard bash. Because, you know what? Why the heck not? It just sounds like a relatively fun time. Speed, speed, speed. That's not how skateboards work, by the way. Just saying. Goodbye. That was fun. I like the jetboard bash. It's very satisfying to hit an excellent on that. You just kind of explodiate people, and it's wonderful. We have only 25 more points to go. Get excited. I am very excited. The reward for the expert challenges is very much worth the struggle that it has been. Let me just tell you that right now. But you will see for yourself relatively soon. I mean, this is the last area of the game. You will be getting there quicker than you'd think. So, anyway, okay, this one mixes up and goes somewhere else, but we want to head upwards first because there's that attack piece over here and we do want to get that. I also still want to fight another chain chomp guy because there's still an attack we haven't seen yet, and I do want to show it off. So I'm going to cut until he does that attack. So, do the attack, Mr. Guy, or I'm going to be really sad. There we go, that's the attack. Okay, I just want to make sure I do that properly. What'll happen is he will... Oh, wait, okay, I have to deal with this too. Basically, the chain chomp will look at one of the bros and then fling the walker guy. The walker guy is not always going to be at the bro he looks at. The bro he looks at is the bro that the chain chomp will attack. What determines where the walker guy goes is the way he spins it. I think if he spins it in one direction, it's for Luigi, and one direction it's for Mario. I've never been able to actually fully get a grasp on exactly how it works, so I'm not exactly entirely sure. But the point is, he'll fling the walker guy somewhere, and then if you deflect the walker guy, the chain chomp will jump on the walker guy, deal a ton of damage to them, and then attack the bro he looked at, so prepare to hammer that one back as well. So it's a two-part hammering counterattack, as you saw. So, super interesting. I like it. Okay, so... yeah, so he rotated a different time that time, so that's why the walker guy went in the other direction. So it's all about, you know... it's all about the direction of the rotation, I think, which just determines where... If he spins it, what would it be? Counterclockwise is for Luigi, and then clockwise is for Mario? I think that makes sense, right? Because, like, a counterclockwise rotation would bring him towards Luigi. Just look at the rotation. You have to kind of keep track of two different things. It's a bit of a tricky attack, actually, so I'm glad I didn't have to deal for the no-hitter, but I did handle it relatively well. If you don't have any other enemies left, as you can see, you kind of just have to keep hitting this guy until he backs off. It takes a two or three tries to make him back off. And then you jump on him and he dies. So there we go. We've dealt everything chain chomp related has been taken care of. I can shut up about them. Like enemies now do require a certain, you know, amount of just battles and showing off just to like explain how they work, because they are relatively complicated. So yeah, that one doesn't have basically any one of these shapes that don't have an actual like thing. Any of the shapes that don't have like a second place to go will always take you back to the beginning, basically. So that's why that one doesn't take us. That's why that one takes us back to the first one, that one that we just did. Yeah, that one takes us back to the beginning. The square over here actually will take us back to the beginning, but you know what? I'll demonstrate it because I'm an idiot. Go over here and you get back to the beginning. So basically, as you can see, it's actually a relatively short section because we're already here at the Bob-ombs and there's really nowhere else for us to go. So it really is just these three areas. It's surprisingly uncomplicated compared to the complexity of the first section. This one's just kind of half-assed, which is a little bizarre. But yeah, you can't get that attack piece down here because we can't go through that tunnel yet. It'll take us, obviously, we head back through that tunnel. I need to be like doing whatever. You guys have seen the ball hop glitch a lot enough. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, that will take us. I mean, we can't get the attack piece because this will just take us, you know, back to here now. So we have to unshimmy-shammy the hallways again to get that attack piece. And there'll be one attack piece left, so we're almost there. There are flaming and Tasmans literally everywhere, and I'm not okay. Leave me alone, sir. Okay, fine. You win this round. You're a douche. Just wanted to get that question mark block. Now you're gonna flame on my face, and I'm just, you know what, whatever. Screw you, man. You're so rude. Oh, that's new. I forgot these things are a thing now. So those guys show up. They are little ink piranha plants. So like the things from they remind me of the thing from whatchamacallit, Mario. Whoa, can you not, please? Ow, you're rude. So basically, their purpose, they're like the ink piranhas from, what game were they from? They're from games. I forget, I totally forget. I know there's been a whole bunch of games that have the ink piranha, but basically they're the ink piranha. They will spit ink while the other enemies attack. They don't actually count as an enemy. They're not like something we can, if you actually taunt ball the enemy, all it will accomplish is it will actually, I mean, it's helpful to taunt ball it, but it's not really worth the time. It'll do 1 damage to it and it'll actually stun it so it won't spit ink at you, but basically it spits ink to distract you to make you do worse, during the attacks. So that's actually a part of it's part of the puzzle. We haven't seen an ink piranha before. It's pretty exciting to see one, and that's basically what it does. It'll stay stunned. I think a stomp just stuns it for a turn, so it will actually come back. You can't really kill it. It just kind of is there to be a nuisance. You can stall it. You can make it, okay, it's more than a turn, but you can basically just kind of keep him out of business for taunt ball, but it's really not worth the taunt ball, because the ink piranhas, as you can see, they don't really do too much to rustle your jimmies. Okay, it is just a turn. So, he's back in business. He's gonna spit ink at us again, but I mean, especially if you're just kind of doing what I'm doing here and you just kind of jump with both bros, it's like, okay, whatever. You're being cute. That's adorable. But yeah, that's the ink piranha. He'll show up on occasion. He doesn't count for a no-hitter challenge or anything. He's just kind of there to be a nuisance. And you're like, boy, you're sure a nuisance. And then you're sad. Anyway, can we go get this item now? Because I would love to get this item. It would be pretty fantastic. It's a max nut. Yay! We talked about maximum nuttiness earlier. Okay, so let's actually talk about this bomb mechanic after I checked my over here just again to make sure I got all the things, and I got all the things. Okay, so bomb mechanic. Basically, All the Mega Bomb is supposed to be properly air dusted for some reason, but just you have to properly manage their air jet power. So basically, those buttons will affect. They're all on low right now, but if you press one, it'll go on to high, and it'll send the bomb up super high. Unfortunately, if you send it too high, it won't really go very well. I mean, you can try turning them all on high, but I don't think it really works very well because it goes up too high and they explode. If you do it like this, then it still goes too. Oh, that's actually perfect. That's exactly what we want to do. So there's like a certain pattern. You have to kind of manipulate the air so that they get enough of a, like, if they dip more, they'll go up high enough on that low one then, where it'll still bring them over. It's weird sort of wind mechanics. It's basically a lot of trial and error, essentially, but basically you manipulate the wind so you can get the bombs over this path. The bomb will hit the button. It activates the button, because apparently exploding the button doesn't really break the button. And we can head back here, actually, to head back to the beginning. And once again, we park our booties outside of a clown car because we are done with this episode. The time has run on long enough, but in the next episode, we head into this clown car and Kamek Round 2, Electric Boogaloo, or something like that. So this is LuckySevenDX signing out. See you next time, where we head into Neo Bowser Castle's Dream World a second time and fight ourselves some good old-fashioned wizard battling. That sentence made absolutely no sense. See you all in the next one, where I make more sentences that make absolutely no sense. Bye-bye. I mean, let's be honest, that's why you guys watch this channel in the first place, right? Sentences that make no sense. It's a lifestyle choice.